SandraThrash.
SandraThrash.
Boom. Let's jump right into it. The first question that we have on board is, what is God's original intent for marriage?
Well, I'd say God's original intent for marriage, that a man and a woman come together, that the book of Genesis says, God said that it's not good that man would be alone, so he created a helpmeet for him. So I think his original intent is that man not be alone, and that he have a wife to come along with him.
You want to expound on it, or you want to go to the next?
Let's go to the next. That's a great answer.
How is ministry an extension of marriage?
One of the things that in man's quest not to be alone, I think God knew that the assignment in which he created him for was so large that he ultimately could not fulfill it alone and by himself. So he created him a helpmeet to be able to not only form marriage, but an extension of marriage. I believe it keep them focused, or they'll not bored or lose interest or don't have goals to fulfill in their life and in their marriage.
Next question. How has marriage been a blessing to you all?
So it's been a blessing to me because I have someone that's always my protector in the earth, that's my provider, that's a constant companion for me, and just someone that I know is for me. So it's been a blessing for me. And on top of that, I got someone that I love, so it's not just like he can provide all those things and not love me. So I know someone loves me.
The ultimate blessing or the goal of marriage is the fact that, and I think this answer would kind of be expanded just a little, is the blessings that I believe God has set in place for a man, but the challenge which he isolated or locked it into is through his wife.
So how's it a blessing to you?
It's a blessing to me because as a result of Sandra being my wife, I obtained favor with God.
It's pretty good.
Second to last one, what advice would you give a married couple, somebody who's looking to get married? What type of advice would you give them?
For someone looking to get married, I'll tell them don't be in a hurry, really, to get to know their mate. Take some time to really get to know their mate. They need to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And they need to be honest with themselves to know that what they see is what they get. Oftentimes people think that I'm going to marry this person, but I'm going to turn them into that one. So I would say, what you see is what you get. What you marry is what you have. So to keep that in mind, to get to really, really know their mate.
That's a great answer. And the second thing I would say is to make sure that they begin to seek God for his purpose, for the reason for which they come together. Because if there's not an identifiable purpose, it would be difficult for them to reach an attainable goal. And I think the second blessing thing about that is being able to know that if they'll discover God's purpose, then and maintain their passion, they'll always reach their potential, whatever they set their hands to do. And it's not two of them that's doing it, but the two become one in him, and that makes it really just that much more easier to be successful at why they came together.
Yeah, and to know that it's beyond the bedroom. Marriage is beyond the bedroom. It's bigger than that. There's a purpose for it, as it said.
Boom, last question. How do you think that this ball will benefit the married couples that's not attending?
I think that would be kind of a period of exposure during this fall. I think the Lord would let some things be showcased that we've not even begun to imagine. I think some people will be able to see a new moral. Some people walk away with a desire to have new energy because they'll see so many other couples. And I just think it's going to just the atmosphere within itself will be a mind blower to some people who will be there, whose marriage may need a fresh start or a fresh wind to blow in. So I think it's going to get tremendous blessing.
Yeah, I think it's a great avenue because it'll give them some time to be by themselves. You get married and you get busy and you have children and you put so many other things before each other. And I think the marriage ball, it's an opportunity for you to focus just on your mate. You know, you're not taking care of anybody else. You're just there for them and giving them your full attention. So, and then in a great atmosphere, you get to listen to jazz music and have good conversation and good food on top of it. So I think it's a formula for success.
All right, that's a wrap. Looking to a fake man, smile.
Jazz.